Hi, I'm Dick Price. I'm with the Price Law Firm in Fort Worth, Texas. You can reach me at 817-338-4633. And you can get information on my website and blogs at www.pricelawfirmtx.com. People sometimes wonder, how is collaborative law different from litigation? They may have heard some things about collaborative law and they may not really understand. Let me give you a few of the differences. Number one, in collaborative law, there's no court hearings except for the final prove-up. In litigation, there's normally a lot of court hearings. You go for temporary orders, you may go for a motion to modify or clarify, you may go for a motion to enforce. There may be motions and pleadings to force somebody to turn over information. There's lots of times when you go to court. In collaborative law, everything is done outside of the courthouse. The second thing is we don't serve papers. We either agree to file jointly or one side will file and the other just files an answer. That saves embarrassment and hard feelings. Third thing is we use neutral experts. We use a neutral expert to help us make decisions about the children. You don't get that in litigation. We use a neutral expert to help us make financial decisions, and you don't get that in litigation. Now, in litigation, you often pay for two experts on financial issues. So collaborative law will save you some money there as well. Fourth, collaborative law is a system set up to have cooperation between the parties. The parties learn how to behave well and learn how to cooperate, and those things are important whether or not they have children. If they have children, though, it's even more important. So cooperation is a big difference. In litigation, it's almost always set up so that the two parties are opposing each other and they're always fighting each other in court or in negotiations. It's not a cooperative process. 5, we share information in collaborative law. It's rarely freely shared in litigation. Sometimes if you have two good attorneys, they can share it, but even with good attorneys, in major cases, you end up going through formal discovery, and that ends up costing a lot, and it's a huge amount of work and stress on everybody. So it's not a good way to get information, in my opinion, in most cases, but it's the way it's done. Number 6, there's a built-in incentive in collaborative law that helps the process be effective, and that is the requirement that the attorneys withdraw if the process breaks down. That costs the attorney's business, and it costs the clients money because they have to then go out and hire new attorneys. So it's hard on everybody. And what happens in practice is the parties continue to work together. They don't just take the easy way out and say, let's let the judge decide. They actually have to get back and figure out other ways to get things done, and it's very effective. 7th thing is, in collaborative law, we're not bound by standard guidelines and terms. In litigation, judges typically will follow standard child support guidelines. They'll do visitation on following guidelines. They'll divide properties in pretty standard ways. In collaborative law, we're not bound to those things. The parties can agree on whatever they want to. So if there's special needs or special issues, we can deal with those in a way that's usually not available in litigation. And 8, you proceed at your own speed. If you're in litigation, after a few months, the court will impose a calendar. They'll schedule deadlines for a trial, for mediation, for various steps in discovery, and so on. In collaborative law, we have up to 2 years to get things worked out where the courts can't even touch us. So it has a lot more flexibility, and the parties are able to move at whatever speed they're comfortable at. Those are some of the ways that collaborative law is different from litigation. Again, I'm Dick Price with the Price Law Firm in Fort Worth, Texas. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you need any additional information, you can call my office at 817-338-4633, or you can look at my website and blogs at www.pricelawfirmtx.com.